No power, few resources putting strain on Ida ravaged New Orleans. Louisiana residents are now faced with immense recovery efforts after Hurricane Ida devastated the Southeast Louisiana coast. A fearsome Hurricane Ida has left scores of coastal Louisiana residents trapped by floodwaters and pleading to be rescued, while making a shambles of the electrical grid across a wide swath of the state in the sweltering, late summer heat. One of the most powerful hurricanes ever to hit the U.S. mainland has now weakened into a tropical storm as it pushes inland over Mississippi with torrential rain and shrieking winds. No major flooding was reported inside the flood control system that protect New Orleans, but with communications spotty and no power, the extent of the damage across the city was not immediately clear. The first storm-related death was reported late Sunday in Ascension Parish after authorities say a tree fell on a home. Hurricane Ida knocked out power to all of New Orleans and inundated coastal Louisiana communities on a deadly path through the Gulf Coast that is still unfolding and promises more destruction. Forecasters warned of damaging winds, heavy rainfall that could cause flash floods and life-threatening storm surge as Ida continued its rampage Monday through southeastern Louisiana and then into Mississippi. It made landfall on the same day 16 years earlier that Hurricane Katrina ravaged Louisiana and Mississippi. Its 150 miles per hour, 230 kilometers per hour, winds tied it for the fifth strongest hurricane to ever hit the mainland. Ida was already blamed for at least one death in Louisiana. With more than 1 million customers in Louisiana and Mississippi having lost power, Hurricane Ida is sure to take a toll on the energy, chemical and shipping industries that have major hubs along the Gulf Coast. But the impact on the overall U.S. economy will likely be modest, so long as damage estimates don't rise sharply and refinery shutdowns are not prolonged, economists say. The hurricane is expected to inflict a less severe financial impact than Hurricane Katrina did 16 years ago, thanks to a lower storm surge and New Orleans' improved levee system, which is better able to withstand storm surges. New Orleans residents faced a massive cleanup effort and possibly weeks without power. Whole toppled trees blocked streets, pulled down power lines, covered yards, and damaged homes. With power likely to be out for weeks, John Pope said he would survive without electricity with help from neighbors who have a generator until a scheduled trip out of town next week. Ehab Mazelhi, a professor in Tulane's engineering school, planned to head out of town once he and his wife finished cleaning up the tree branches and limbs littering their yard. "I have another house in Lafayette," he said. "Once power is back, we'll come back." A few blocks away, Hank Thanberg stuffed hurricane debris into a garbage bag as generators roared on either side of his lightly damaged house. He said neighbors on both sides have generators and they have both already offered, so we're going to be in good shape in terms of some electricity. Sitting on a screened porch, while listening to a battery-operated radio and feeding her 1-year-old daughter, Pamela Mitchell wasn't sure what she would do. She had already spent a hot and frightening night at home while Ida's wind shrieked. She was thinking about trying to leave. But her 14-year-old daughter, Michelle, was determined to stay, preparing to clean out the refrigerator and put perishables in an ice chest. "We went a week before with Zeta," she said, recalling the hurricane that hit the city last fall. "So, we'll be all right."